Assalamualaikum. My name is FAEQAH and I will present on the introduction revocation of a will. A will is an ambulatory wish that a competent testator may change or revoke it at any time before his death. Revocation of a will occurs when a person who has made a will takes some action to be indicates that he will no longer a provision to be binding and the law abide by his decision. For revocation to be effective, the intent to the testator, whether expressed or implied, must be clear, and an act of revocation consists with the intent must occur. Likewise, a new will that completely revokes an earlier will indicates the testator intend to revoke the will.
One of the fundamental characteristics of a will is that it may always be revoked. Revocation may either be voluntary or by operation of law. A will may be revoked voluntarily by three. The first one is another will or codicil, which means executed according to the requirement of making a will. The second one is a declaration in writing of an intention to revoke, which is executed according to the requirement of making a will or destruction of the will. Okay, the first one is revocations by another will or codicil. It is advisable when writing a will to expressly say that this will replace all former ones and that the new will is the most recent and effective one. This avoids any confusion if another will is later discovered which was earlier thought to be destroyed. The new will must follow the stipulation of the Will Act 1837 to be valid. For example, it must be in writing, signed by the testator or by some other person in their presence and by their direction, in the presence of at least two witnesses. You can make small changes to your will using a document called a codicil. This let you amend an existing will instead of totally rewriting it. A codicil must be signed and witnesses in the same way as your original will, although the witnesses do not have to be the same as those used for the original will. Second one is revocation by declaration in writing. Any writing declaration and intention to revoke a will is sufficient, provided that the declaration is executed in accordance with the same formalities required for the making of a will. Lastly, revocation by destruction. If you want to destroy your will and make another, you must show an intention to entirely revoke the will. If you want to cancel your will, it is advisable to completely destroy it. For example, burning it is a reliable method, or deleting the important parts so that it becomes unreadable. If part of the will is found later, this could imply that the destruction of the will was unintentional, and as a result, the content of it could still remain to be valid. If someone other than the testator destroys the will, it must be done with the testator present and at their request. A will destroyed accidentally or mistakenly is not revoked because it cannot be shown that the testator had the required intention to revoke it.
Sometimes revocation occurs by operation of law, as in the case of a marriage, divorce, birth of a child, or the sale of property devised in the will, which automatically changes the legal duties of the testator. Many states provide that when a testator and spouse have been divorced but the testators will have not been revised since the change in the marital status, any disposition to the former spouse is revoked. Revocation by operation of law does not require an intention to revoke. First marriage or civil partnership. If you have written a will and then later get married, the entire will written before the marriage will be rendered invalid, regardless of your intentions. In this situation, the rules of intestacy will apply instead. A will made before marriage will only still be valid after the wedding if, for example, the will was written in contemplation of marriage and you intended that the will should not be revoked by the marriage. The same rules apply if you have formed a civil partnership. Second is divorce. If you leave a gift to your spouse in your will, then subsequently divorce, the gift to your ex will be treated as invalid. The gift also cannot be passed to the former spouse when the maker of the will dies. This does not affect the whole will but just the gift to the former spouse. The spouse is effectively treated as having predeceased the will.